Hi guys, wait, which one's in here? The cookies. The cupcakes. The bags. Okay. The thought to make more cookies tonight evaporated quickly. So, get these little guys with it. Before they were silver, but now they're not. So you just... I had hubby empty my phone, so I have 2 other vlogs that you'll be seeing after this one, because this one's on my phone, so I'll upload it. That's the cat's, the tin foil that was on top of this stuff. Now, these cookies here have meshed somewhat together. You can very delicately take them apart. I've had this problem in the past, so it's okay. So what we do, I'm figuring on 3 cookies. And then maybe I'll do 2 cookies and a cupcake. Possibly. So just very simple. I already pulled that one off of there. And we'll put a soul cookie. There you go. So I didn't think of that. I'm not sure where I'm gonna, because that's gonna just really quickly. Whoops. Eyeball fell out. Okay, you can go back here. I'll put them there for right now, because I have space there. And when I used to do this, I would have a cookie of 1 each. Oops. For everybody. So, it's kind of small, isn't it? Maybe in these ones I'll put a cupcake, so it looks like they get a bit more. So when I do the smaller ones, that's what I'll do. I'm going to get this nice tissue paper. Okay. So I don't know, I believe there's 100 bags in here. Okay, we'll get that one. And that one. And that one. Maybe there's people who aren't big cookie fans. If there is any left at the end of the day, I'll be bringing them home. And then my neighbors will be ending up with a little bag of goodies. If not, I will be planning on, because it's supposed to rain this weekend here. So I was planning on I was planning on baking with using my skull. Using my skull cookie cutters, because I really like those. So this goes kind of quickly. All these are going to go into the granny cart, as we call it. And, oh, my back. And from there, I'll just carry them to work that way. And they'll stay in our closet until until we go upstairs to put, to start cleaning. Oh. Like I said, normally I would be picking one of each to go in to the bag, but not this year. Lots of people where we work, so. Let's see. These ones are good. Yes, I have them. Hi, Pearl, I think. Yep. Pearl. Little girl. You got a lot of cookies here. That's okay. So you just randomly look and see what you want, and that's what you're going to do. I'm going to continue here. When I come back, I should be finished, and then I got a story for you. Well, I ran out of bags. This is the stuff I have left. So I've got to think of some way. These are all the cookies in the bags, the fancy bags. We're going to need, I think I'm going to have to just use Ziploc bags now. Yeah. It's either that or cellophane. No. I think I'll go with Ziploc. I thought for sure I had enough. Well, on we go. Hi guys. We are outside. Hubby's gone to bed and he's snoring. So I'm out here on the balcony. That's my flashlight because I can't see what I'm reading. I hope you enjoy seeing how I put the loot bags together for everybody. I actually didn't have enough bags, but I filled in what I could. Like I said, the other two videos that should go before this one, they're going to be, put up the next 2 nights. Anyhow, here we go with the story. Wind whipped through the tall trees that lined the long, majestic driveway. Dusty had seen her the previous evening. Her ghostly figure danced softly through the trees. Her smile was infectious. Dusty could feel herself smile. There was a contentment that spread throughout her body. There was no way to know how long she had haunted the property, but she was happy in her plight. Dusty had imagined a haunting like this. The property had a presence about it. Just as the sun disappeared behind the oaks and maples, she arrived. She began her dance at the end of the driveway. By the time the sun had set, the misty figure was nearly to the house. Eric never questioned Dusty as she sat night after night on the porch, swinging. She always appeared so calm. The stress melted away from her body. On this evening, he joined her with a glass of white wine. "Is she here?" Eric inquired quietly. "Yes. She's only just begun her dance. She hesitated when you stepped out. I told her there's nothing to worry about." Dusty was lost in the beauty before her. She gazed towards the changing leaves. So many had already glided to the ground. A late, gentle, warm breeze played with her hair. To Eric, this was a magic moment. This was the caring woman he fell in love with. Her rough edges had been sanded down at this point of the evening. Eric was certain there was a spark in her eyes. Dusty's profile, such graceful curves to the silhouette of her face. "You're staring," she smiled. "Can you smell it? 100 old books. It's like comfort food to me." Her gaze never left the tree-lined driveway. "I'm lost in a magical moment." He smiled. She finally turned her head. "I wish you could see her, even if only for one night." "You would never forget the sight. You'd fall in love." Dusty turned her attention back to the spirit. "When does she reach the house?" He was interested to know. "She never does. She makes it as far as the top of the lane. At that point, she disappears. Her gracefulness is intoxicating. Even as a woman, I can't tear myself away from her movements. Each turn of her body, placement of her arm or leg, facial expressions, so perfect. I wish I could dance like her." Dusty's voice wobbled slightly. Her emotion brought a droplet of salty water to flow from her eye. Eric was a bystander in this precious relationship Dusty had with the spirit. Each evening before sunset, he would find Dusty in the same spot. As winter began to set in, Eric was concerned. Though the sun set quicker, the temperatures could be brutal at times. "Can't she come inside?" he asked one evening as they lay in bed. "No, she can't come any closer than the top of the driveway. I asked when the first snow was due in." Eric recognized the pain on her face. He thought back to summer and the night he watched her dance. Although Dusty wasn't alone, she was the only one he seen. Her movements were so effortless. Eric was sure if he could see both of them, he would be moved to tears. Eric arrived late to home during a dreadful snowstorm. It had taken him 4 hours, where it usually would have taken an hour. Turning the key in the lock, it was met with resistance. In confusion, he tried again. "Dusty, unlock the door," he shouted through the letter slot. "Babe," a sultry voice replied, "I can't." "Why, are you hurt? Not feeling well?" he inquired. "I'm perfectly fine," came the answer. "Let me in, please. It's been a long drive. I'd like to eat and relax." "Dusty's not here," the voice informed him. "Then who are you, and why has she left you alone?" "She's not far. There's no need to worry," the voice continued. "Where is she?" Eric demanded. "Tomorrow you'll see." The conversation was over without notice. "Let me in," Eric raised his voice. From the other side, he heard the lock click. He grabbed hold of the knob and threw the door open. The hallway was empty. He searched the entire house. No one was there. "Unless this person moves fast ahead of me, I think I was talking to a ghost." Eric laughed at himself, then stopped. Where was Dusty? As the hours passed, distress mounted. Dusty had never been gone so long without a call. He finally contacted the police. He gave them information. The officer advised him to wait until tomorrow. "Tomorrow?" he said out loud after hanging up. "Tomorrow? They know what can happen by tomorrow. My wife may be gone for good. How could he even suggest that she left me? None of this is like Dusty." Speaking louder, staring at the ceiling. "Wherever you are, Dusty, call out to me. Let me know you're okay. The following day he called into work. I have no idea where she would be. The police asked me to wait because of her age. To say Eric was frazzled was an understatement. The sun began to set. The police had finally agreed to search for her. Each squad car had her photo. Anxious, he went out onto the porch. This is where he would find her each evening, staring out to the lane. The trees now bare, he wondered if the spirit still danced. With his heavy overcoat on, he sat on the porch. It was no time at all before he actually noticed a figure weaving its way among the sleepy trees. She's beautiful, isn't she? Eric turned quickly to the female voice. Hang on, my pages are stuck. Where is she? He waited a second. You know where she is. Tell me. Don't you remember how your heart can ache? Eric was near tears. You know where she is? You can see her. The spirit pointed forward. No, this can't be. I must be dreaming. This can't be. How did this happen? Who took her life? His patience wearing thin. No one. We have merely changed places. Dusty can shift from my world to yours without problem, the spirit explained. But I don't want her in your world, Eric glowed. I need her here, not there. He pointed to the driveway. She did this out of the goodness of her heart. She did it so I could come in. Dusty has allowed me to remember as I walk through my house. I appreciate what she's done and how grateful you are, but I love her and want her back. He attempted to reach those feminine emotions. Have you ever danced with a spirit? She inquired, smiling. No, I never have. Did you want to dance? Her question was confusing to him. She's waiting for you. The spirit urged him. Go dance with her. I have danced with her. Why would I need to now? Go dance, you'll see. Unsure but willing to appease the spirit, Eric made his way over to Dusty. She smiled and took his hand. Don't be afraid, it won't hurt. Reluctantly, Eric did as asked. He was taken back by her warmth. He had always believed spirits would be cold and uninviting, but Dusty wasn't. Could it be because she was actually alive? Though thinking to a few moments ago, he felt only warmth from the spirit who spoke to him. Dusty's mouth didn't open, yet he could hear her. Come dance with me in the dark. Feel the ease of every movement. Come, Eric, you're safe with me. Eric could feel the rhythm of the music he didn't hear. It vibrated to him through her touch. He had to smile. There was an exhilaration he hadn't anticipated. Without a thought, his body began to move. There was a subbeat he could not resist. Together they waltzed under the branches of ancient maples and oaks. History was thick in the air, and their love was explosive. The music stopped. They gazed at one another. I've never felt like this before. I don't understand it, he admitted. You're free, Dusty said. Free? Eric's thoughts turned out in his head. I can't be dead, he shouted. And no one but Dusty and the spirit heard him. You're not, so relax. Dusty was firm. How did this happen? I wished a wish, and here we are. She stroked his face. You must relax. Dusty circled him seductively. I'm not making love to a ghost. Why not? You have nothing to lose, Dusty replied. What about my life? It's bad enough I've done what I did. Dusty circled him, swaying, touching his shoulders lightly. Eric felt himself letting go again. He couldn't back off. The draw to her was too strong. Then he heard the female voice close to his ear. It's time to go back. I'll help you. How and why? She's enjoying herself too much. Mind you, I don't blame her. You lose yourself among nature. It is the most spiritual moments in your life. You only need to realize this. Eric felt himself being pulled back into the house. Dusty's figure grew smaller with the distance. With a blink, he was back sitting on the porch. To his left sat a woman. Dusty? He asked, not sure of the answer he'd received. It was special, wasn't it? It was Dusty's voice. Once in this lifetime, Eric, she gave us a gift. She turned her head to him. No one else, just us. We danced above the ground to the rhythm of the earth. So pure, so sweet, so precious. We danced with the trees. The remaining leaves kissed our cheeks as they drifted on their journeys. Eric shouted out, Don't leave, stay, be with us. He was exhausted emotionally. As the film rewinds, he watched the spirit's journey through time. Soon, she was at their side. Thank you, she said. All I required was an invitation. I am happy. I am once again more confident in I'm once more content in my lover's arms. From behind her, a handsome middle-aged man emerged. I've waited for her all this time, thank you, the male spirit said. On the evening of a new and full moon, join us and dance under the branches, the female spirit invited. It's too cold, Eric reminded her. You'll be safe and warm, she told Eric, then looked to Dusty. Sister, come to us on those nights with full love in your hearts, and we'll dance. We wait in the warmth of these walls. You will always see us among the maples and oaks. This house is now your home. Forever you will remain as we do. Eric and Dusty lived well into their 80s. They have been spotted dancing under the trees, though more often than not, cuddling on the porch, so much in love. I hope you've enjoyed this story. To my YouTube family, thank you as always for coming by. Each and every one of you means quite a lot to me. It is your presence here on my channel and your comments that keep me going when I feel like saying forget it. To anybody new, please check out my other videos. If there's anything there that you find interesting, please give it a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and share it out with anyone you think would be interested. That is always greatly appreciated. While you're here, consider subscribing, and if you do, remember to hit the notification bell so that you'll so that you'll know next time that I upload. Is getting cool out here now. So until the next time, as always, ciao for now.